Have you trusted somebody in your life and they ended up disappointing you? Have you ever put your whole trust in somebody? Maybe your relative, maybe your family member, maybe your uncle, your brother or your sister. You put your trust in them, committing something into their hand because you trust them and they failed you. Have you had that experience in your life? Hi, my name is Levi. Today, I want to share with you one of the most brutal experience someone I know had this experience. This is a brother who lives somewhere in the Western world. And for your information, I'm not going to mention them. I know this person. I'm not going to mention their names in this video. I'm not going to say where they live in this video. But I would use the brother. That's the way I want to explain him. By the way, I have a consent, his consent before I do this video. By the way, he contacted me and said, can you look at my situation? Can you talk about this? So yes, let's go on. So this brother lives in somewhere in the Western world. And this brother was so hardworking. He was working so hard. He did some night and day jobs, 2 different jobs to 3 different jobs. And he was working so hard, tirelessly, trying to make ends meet. This brother denied himself of every social life. Sometimes this brother will not have a day off in a week. Sometimes he will have 1 day off in a week. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes when his body is so weak, he will have a day off, just a day off to sleep and eat. The next day, work. That was the kind of life this brother was living. Because he had a plan, he had a project, he had a dream in his head. He wants to build a house so that he will have where to go to when he finally go home. Because his intention wasn't to live in the Western world for all his life. He wanted to go home. He wanted to go home. Even if he would like to come back, he will come and he will go. But he wanted to settle back home. So he was working so hard. When he had finally decided to build his house, he contacted his brother, whom he gave the money and instructed him to buy plots of land. And this plot of land, was the big plots of land, big massive place. That was the plans. And when his brother saw the land, he instructed him to go and to pay for it. He sent money for all the necessary documentation and all that. And after that, he also paid money for a surveyor to survey the land. And also he asked them to get an architect. This brother went to the internet and searched for houses that he loved. And he got a picture of the houses, about 3 houses. And the architect drew some of them and he chose one out of it. He spent money doing all these things. So but then also they started building the house, building property, building materials, giving his brother money for all these things. Mind you, the name of the property was in his brother's name, not in his name. So because he trusted his brother, by the way, it's my brother, he's not going to hurt me. He wouldn't have done it with someone else, but he did it because of his brother. He did it. He said, it doesn't matter. Use your name. Since I'm not there, use your name to purchase it in your name, no problem. So he paid the money, he did everything, he paid whatever that needed to be paid. Another thing is that while this brother back home was doing all that, this brother overseas in the Western world was paying his brother for the jobs, for all the runs he was doing for him. Go to market, buy this, go and see the architect, go and see the surveyor, do this, do this. He said, don't worry, I'll pay you monthly salary. He put his brother on a monthly salary. Not only that he put his brother on a monthly salary, he also invested for his wife. He started business for the wife. His sister-in-law, the wife of his brother. Not only that, He give them feeding money, make sure that they're okay financially, so that there will be no bad blood. Everybody will be happy doing what they need to do. But that didn't stop what was going to happen. So this brother trusted his brother that he's going to do as discussed. Unfortunately, things didn't go out the way you would expect it to go. Also, this brother in the Western world also demanded or requested some photos of the land, these photos of the foundation, and the photos of everything, materials, everything. He expected his brother, he requested that his brother will update him in everything that is happening. Sometimes his brother will send him photos, sometimes he will not send him nothing. But he didn't bother too much because he's his brother. He think nothing is going to happen. So this is what happened. And to be honest with you, the reason why the brother could not do this thing by himself is because he didn't have documents at the time to travel home, to be there, to see the foundation of his house, to see the progress of his house. He wasn't there. He didn't have a document to do all that. So because he didn't have a document to travel, that was why. But he thought he could trust his brother to help him do everything. But at the time when this thing started, the building supposed to be finished or nearly finished. Fortunately for the brother in the Western world, at the time, within that period of time, he had his paper, his document came up. That means now he can travel home, at least to see the family or see people, see his brothers, see his house, see everybody he need to see. So this brother now said that he want to go home and see the family members, which he did. On getting to his home, his country, with excitement that he's going to see the building he's been working so hard on, lo and behold, he asked his brother, can we go to the property, and I just want to see my place? His brother was a little bit reluctant, but eventually they did. They made it to the place. And you can't believe what happened. This brother asked, where is the place? He took him to one place where the foundation, they've done the foundation, they've started building, but they haven't even gone half of the building. And beside, it was just a tiny place compared to what the picture he had, compared to the plots of land he purchased, or he sent money to purchase. So the brother was saying, what's going on? Where is this place you're taking me to? This is not my place. Can you take me to my house, the one you're building for me? He said to him, unfortunately, brother, this is your house. The brother said, no, this is not my house. What about the everything? He mentioned the land, the size of the land. He mentioned so many things. Where is it? This is not my place. So when his brother back home insisted that this is his place, his house, the one he was building for him, this guy was so shocked, speechless. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to fall, to cry, to bang his head, to scream, or he doesn't know what to do. Eventually he wanted to pick a fight, but then they stopped. He screamed, shouting. As a result of that shouting, people gathered and asking what's going on. This guy now explained the situation. This guy called his kinsman. I said, look at what's going on. I've been sending money to my brother to buy land, to survey it, the architecture, to build, to draw the house that I wanted. And I've been sending money. I started business for my brother, for my brother's wife. I pay my brother every month. I give them money for feeding so that nobody will complain. They will be okay to do the job I asked them to do. But look at what I received. So the villagers now weigh into the matter, or the community weigh into the matter. They ask him questions. Where is the land? Where is the receipt? Obviously, it happened that the brother who lives in the Western world did not travel. So the land was bought in his brother's name. So his brother brought the land, in his own name. He said, look, I can even, if you don't keep your mouth shut, this is a threat. The brother back home now is giving because his brother from overseas is not taking it lightly. It's not coming down. It's about to run crazy. It's about to go mad. So when he was trying to be crazy and angry, I will be angry too. You will be too. His brother back home said, if you don't keep your voice low, the name of this land is in my name. If you don't want to lose everything, keep your voice low. Otherwise, you can lose everything because the property is in my name. Everything I purchase is in my name. The housing, the materials is in my name. Obviously, they try to, weigh in and try to reconcile, but the brother demanded that his brother will give him all his money that he sent. Not the one he used to open business for his wife, not the one that he's paying, not the salary he's paying him, not the feeding money he's giving them, none of that. But the money he has been sending for the land, for the materials, for building and everything, he need all the money back. But this didn't happen, obviously. So there was a big problem. Now the question is, have you ever experienced something like this? Do you know somebody who has experienced something like this? Has this happened to you, or do you know someone that it has happened to? I want to ask you to comment at the comment section. What would you do if it was you? Do you know this brother was so upset and so sad? He didn't know what to do. This brother was about to go mad, crazy. He was about to go crazy. He fell sick and he was admitted to the hospital. After 2 weeks in the hospital, he recovered himself. Then I'm sure people advised him to gather his life together because his brother was now threatening that he's going to harm him if he carry on like that. If he cannot take what he gave him, then he's going to harm him. This is most ridiculous thing you can hear. One of the most brutal experience in this world. To trust somebody, a family member for that matter, but they could not deliver. They failed you. Have you been disappointed? Have you been failed by a family member? Have you been failed by a brother or sister or an uncle? Have you been failed by a friend? Someone you trusted, someone you believe that is going to deliver, but they eventually fail you. Have you experienced that in your life? Let me know what you think. So when this brother came out, recovered from the hospital, he had to gather himself together and went back to where he was coming from. But now the brother has bounced back. The brother is okay now to talk about this situation. That's why he contacted me to share this on my channel. And I want to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, I know sometimes people can live abroad, they don't have all the things sorted, documentation and everything. Maybe people can live in abroad, they believe they can trust somebody, which is how it's supposed to be. You should be able to trust somebody, trust a sister or brother or an uncle or somebody who can help you invest or build a property, a house for you, or buy even a piece of land for you. But this is showing that it is hard to trust anybody. I mean, the best advice is if you have project to do and for some reason you cannot travel, I would suggest that you exercise patience. Be patient and wait. Who knows? If this brother had waited, he would have gotten his document to travel and at least to buy the land in his own name, at least to do certain things by himself and in his name. Maybe if he's going to give his brother some project to do, it will not be as bad as it is. So I want to encourage you. If you want to do some project, building, business, whatever it is, if you cannot travel, travel by yourself and do it. But if you cannot travel, wait. Just wait. Things might turn around. This is all I have for you today, ladies and gents. If you have learned something, if this video has added value to you, why don't you share this video to your friends? Why don't you comment? Why don't you like? And let's have a discussion at the comment section. What would you tell this brother? Do you have any advice for this brother? Let us know at the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have for you today. Please do share, comment, and like. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.